my thoughts on the Az104. So I think it took me about 4 or 5 months for me to study for this. If I recall correctly, I started midsummer, late summer. The exam is a mile wide and a mile deep. As long as you've actually read through your study material, you should have enough knowledge for you to answer about 70% of the questions with confidence. So if you picked up a book to study from, make sure it's a good book or a good video course. Actually watch the video course and pay attention. Do the practice labs if they offer them. Look at the Microsoft Learn practice exams and use that to kind of try to test your understanding. What I noticed is, compared to the CCNA or the RHCSA, this was a test based around multiple choice questions with hypothetical situations, which is fine, right? What I didn't like about the test were what I felt like gotcha situations or tricky questions with ambiguous answers because the questions didn't provide enough information. I clearly remember a question being about network security groups and VNets, and the answer to this question depended entirely on if VNet pairing was enabled. But the question didn't let you know if VNet pairing was enabled. I'm assuming they wanted you to imply that it was disabled, and I went with that answer. But at the same time, you should let me know that directly in the question. And the thing was, later in the test, there were other questions that let you know whether or not VNet pairing was enabled. Or they were designed to be more logic puzzles than actual questions about the knowledge that you have, which is fine, but still, it's something that would be worth considering. Something you also want to do before you go and take the test is learn how to use Microsoft Learn. Thankfully, Microsoft Learn has built-in AI now, so it'll give you a quick summary of some definition terms, like if you're confused about what one piece of technology is versus another. Microsoft Learn is very useful for that. But there are also questions that assume a deep understanding of that service. Something like how frequently alerts could go out, or just random stuff that Microsoft Learn or the AI summary of Microsoft Learn was not good enough. I had to open up a couple articles and browse through and scan. My suggestion for this exam is study your course material, do the practice labs, and then when it comes down to it, when you're in the actual test, just focus on what you know and leave like another 30 minutes for you to review ambiguous questions, but also for you to refer to Microsoft Learn, because there's definitely a couple questions that Microsoft Learn saved my ass on. So good luck, boys. If you want, you can review my video material. Let me know if it helps you pass in the future. Otherwise, stay blessed.